This is a quick guide to Baselight's RGB parade. The RGB parade shows you a graphical representation of the intensity of the colours in the image, arranged into vertical columns, with each column in the waveform representing a column of pixels in the image, and intensity increasing from the bottom to the top of the scope. There are separate plots for each of the red, green and blue channels. As you use the cursor to pick on the image, you can see the representative value indicated on the parade, so as you move the cursor from left to right, so the crosshairs on each of the waveforms move from left to right. Now to go through the options available. Firstly, there is the color mode option, which selects whether the parade is drawn in color or black and white. Next is the pan zoom option, which affects all the scopes. As you can see, when it is enabled, as you pan and zoom the image, the waveforms change to display the visible portion of the image. When it is disabled, the waveforms reflect the entire image, regardless of panning and zooming. The video legal overlay option allows you to select whether the overlays display 0 to 100% as the full range, or as the video legal limits. The True Light Combiner option allows you to select where in the display pipeline the waveform is generated. If image only is selected, the waveform reflects the image values prior to any True Light profile you may have selected on the cursor. If image plus True Light is selected, then the waveform is generated after the True Light profile is applied. This is a global setting that applies to all the scopes, including the histogram. You can change the resolution at which the scopes are generated depending on the performance of your system, both when stopped on a frame or when playing back. Finally, you can change the intensity or brightness of the generated waveform. This can be useful depending on a number of factors, including the material you are working on and your viewing environment. So here's a shot that I want to make look more moody. I'm going to start by adding a grad at the top of the image and making the sky darker. I'm adding a curve grade and using the master curve to bring down the levels through the matte. And you can see, as I change the curve, the waveform changes to reflect the changes made to the image. In particular, the high values representing the sky are being reduced. As I switch between the original and graded image, it's easy to see the change in the waveform. Now it looks better, but I want to desaturate the image and increase the contrast. So I add another curve grade and select lightness versus lightness. Then, as I'm changing the curve, I'm trying to keep it mainly in the video legal range by avoiding the parts of the waveform below 0 and above 100%. And that's Baselight's RGB parade. Thanks for watching.